Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Gemini, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram, both listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Gem, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. First one for the overall energy is going to be from the Human Spirit Oracle deck. And for your tarot portion of your reading, the Good Tarot. And then at the end, I'm going to pull a charm out of this bowl just to get any last minute thoughts from Spirit. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angel, Spirits, Guides, what messages do you have for Gemini? This is really beautiful. Number 1, corresponding to the Magician card of the Major Arcana. That's Virgo and Gemini energy. Gemini, you showed up in your own reading. And the card is Any Way the Wind Blows. So of course, I don't know of course, but for me, of course, anytime I see this line, Any Way the Wind Blows, I think of, it's like reverberating between my thoughts right now, my ears, the song Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. I don't really know what that song is about. It's just like a song of brilliance. I think it's about kind of falling into the dark side of life, of existence, of a mentality, and trying to kind of navigate your way through it the best that you can. And it's this big orchestral number, like this epic operatic rock song, made even more famous by the movie Wayne's World. But the very last line of the song, and it's after all of this chaos, is Any Way the Wind Blows. It's like almost poetic. And I feel like there's something to that. It's like there's been a lot of chaos and conflict, because now Spirit is showing me the 5 of Swords, winning at all costs, the 5 of Wands, chaotic inner world, fighting against ourselves, fighting against one another. And then at the end of the day, you're just like, you know what? F it. Any way the wind blows. Because at the end of the day, I can only do my best. And things are going to continue to swirl around me. But maybe if I stop fighting it so much, I can let the wind carry my sails. And strangely, when you do that, you regain a sense of composure. It's like, I'm seeing the scene. Oh, this is a very weird way to go about this message, but here we are. I'm seeing a scene from the movie Contact with Jodie Foster. Brilliant film based on the book Contact by Carl Sagan. And you should watch that movie. It's brilliant. But anyway, there's a scene where, I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but they get designs to make like a ship, like a spaceship. And the schematics are very specific. And there are no specifications to put in a seat inside the spaceship. There are no seats. There's no, it doesn't seem to be any kind of control panel or seats or anything. So the designers added that feature to this special otherworldly design. Jodie Foster goes in the ship. They strap her, and she's like, I don't think there should be a seat in here. And they're like, no, this is for your safety. Just sit down. Strap her into the seat. The spaceship starts doing its thing. And the level of shaking and resistance and chaos. And she can barely talk because her body is shaking so much. And this spaceship is rotating and moving at speeds that are, you know, beyond physics. And she's smart, and she realizes, okay, I can't continue to sit in this seat. And she undoes all the seat belts. And the minute she frees herself from that addition, that contraption, she just, everything goes really quiet, and she's just kind of floating, and everything is peaceful, and everything is calm. And that's exactly what I'm seeing right now with this. It's like the more you try to control something, or control something in the way that you think it should look and feel and be, when you start to meet resistance, that's when it's almost like take the hands off, you know, let up on the brake a little bit, and kind of allow spirit to carry you, because it's almost like you're running on their directionality. It's a surrendering energy, and it's really difficult. It's difficult. It wouldn't matter what sign I was reading for, to tell anyone to just surrender is so difficult. You know, because we want to believe that we have some sense of autonomy in our lives. And we do. Sometimes it would be nice to just let spirit take the wheel, right? I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread. Past, present, future. And at the end, get some advice from spirit from the trinkets. I am not taking any reversals in this reading. This is for Gemini. Okay. So far, no air cards. It shows me already you're having this understanding. There's an understanding that you're coming to where it's like you're reaching outside of your comfort zone, because your comfort zone would be in the air element. I would see some swords cards here, lots of thinking or whatever, and there's like a part of you that knows, like, whatever is happening in your life right now, it takes a different approach. In the past energy, you got the 4 of fire, 4 of wands. 4 of wands is often known as the 1111 card. In this card, it's a little different. It still represents a firm foundation, especially because she's sitting on this like concrete wall. A firm foundation, a banner or a awning of celebration, right? Walking through a portal. I'm looking at her playing this flute, and I'm getting 2 very different but very specific references, and I'm going to say them both, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know why they're coming up. Spirit has not given me that part, but I'm just going to give you what I see, okay? So the first reference to the flute is from an old episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, one of my favorite shows ever. Came out in the 90s, where Captain Picard basically falls in love with some science officer that's coming to visit, whatever. She's a musician too, because, you know, Starfleet is full of people that have like 10 million skills. So Captain Picard like falls for this really beautiful science officer, but she's very they differ a lot, and they're both very opinionated. They both have strong wills. They're both leaders. But there's a scene where she's playing the piano while he's playing the flute, and I can hear the melody in my head. That was such an impactful episode. And these two people that were once strangers, like kind of forming a bond over music. So that's the first thing that I see. There's depth to that episode because the flute harkens back to an earlier episode where Picard, long story short, it's like he lived out a whole life in the matter of minutes because of something that happened to him. Some alien technology got to him and put him under some kind of spell. And in that time that he was under, he experienced an entire lifetime of memories. And the only thing, because, you know, and then he wakes up and he's like on the starship and it's like, what just happened? Where's my family? And blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're on the starship. You've been knocked out for 10 minutes. What are you talking about? The only remnant of that experience is this flute. So Spirit is kind of suggesting that you could be going through objects or like remnants of a past life that can no longer really be a part. It's like they can't really come with you. Whatever direction the wind is carrying you to, those relics of the past need to kind of stay in the past. Or, you know, that's the feeling that I'm getting. The next reference that Spirit is giving me, cut to a few years ago. This might have been pre-COVID. The singer Lizzo, who famously plays the flute, whatever your opinion about her is neither here nor there. She came to the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. It's okay, this is a very important message because the emergency response vehicle came by. So you could be from Washington, D.C. She went to the Library of Congress, and they took out like a glass flute or some kind of special flute that belonged to James Madison. I don't even know. I don't even remember. It's this old flute. It was made out of glass, and they let her play the flute. Which, how did they do that? Why did they do that? But whatever. And she played it in one of the hallways in the, like a grand hallway in the Library of Congress, and it was like all marble. So it just kind of echoed throughout, right? Throughout the building, full of history and books. It's the Library of Congress, right? When I think of libraries, I think of the Akashic Records. So I'm not really sure how to position this for you, but these are two references to the past and, you know, being able to access the past, but kind of leaving the past in the past. It cannot come with you. You're building something new. It's almost like, this feels like a swan song. Like it's like your last hurrah before you move into the next phase of life, because the Four of Fire, Four of Wands, it's that portal. It's like stepping into a new dimension of your life. This is a past energy, and I have this feeling that you already know this. Can I get a clarifier for the Four of Fire? Nine of Fire. Beautiful card. Nine of Wands. The Wounded Warrior. Now, it feels like a true reflection, looking back on something, everything that you've been through. See how it feels like up-leveling? It's like in Super Mario or whatever. It's like the whatever mushroom or the star gets big. I don't know if the stars get bigger. I can't actually remember, but it's like wah wah wah. It's like it gets bigger and bigger and bigger the more you up level. And this is like you reflecting on what you've accomplished, what you've been through. A little worse for wear. It's true. Sometimes we're battle worn by life. But also, it's like you're relishing in it. You're proud of it. You've come a long way, Gemini. Now, in the present moment, it's like you're a child again. You're curious. There's potential. Like, as we let go of all of this past burden and heaviness, because it's heavy, then we, our shoulders relax. We can put things down. We can travel light. And we can go exploring. Page of Earth is a student energy. We're in the process of learning something new. There are initial steps, though. It really is like a feeling of starting over. You don't have all the answers, but that's part of the fun. Where will this new door lead to? I'm not sure. I may have a feeling, but I want to explore it. I'm excited to explore it. This feels very fresh-faced and optimistic in the present energy. What are we exploring, Spirit? What is Gemini exploring? The Three of Water. Three of Cups. Three of Cups is celebration. Celebration, clinking glasses, spending time with friends and family, kind of cherishing one another. Definitely something speaking to the heart, to the emotions. And maybe, you've been so busy doing, right? The Wands cards, the Fire cards are all about action. Maybe it's time to just enjoy the other sides of all of that hard work. It's like being proud of ourselves and sharing our experiences with the people that matter most to us. It's really beautiful. And being excited to share this new journey with your soul tribe. I want to point out too that you see how this kind of area of her face is like the wings, and I see it here echoed here. any way the wind blows. For the future potential, another Earth card, another 3. 3 of Earth, 3 of Pentacles. So that's double 3. Could be seeing 3, 3. Whenever you see number synchronicities, because sometimes people are like, well, what does it mean? It's just like, whenever you see a significant number out in the world and it catches you off guard, just quiet yourself for a second and try to recall what it is you were just thinking about, because that's when Spirit is going to give you the download about why you seeing a number in that moment is significant. It's like speaking the language of Spirit. So the 3 of Pentacles talks about collaboration and co-creation with Spirit. So it's almost like saying, like, if you see 333, for example, on a license plate, it's almost like this nice reminder that you're on your path and Spirit is accompanying you. Right? That's just an example. This collaboration comes when we have a specific goal in mind and we need a little bit of help from above to just make sure that everything falls into place. However that may look, but it's purposefully working with Spirit. So you could be manifesting, you could be journaling, you could be meditating and praying, setting intentions, stuff like that. Intentional collaboration with Spirit. Can I have a clarifier for the 3 of Pentacles? What are we manifesting? Of Fire. 3, 3, 3. And as I said that, I saw 2244 on my timer, you see? It's like once it happens, it doesn't stop. Thank you, Spirit. That's, look at all the cards here, you know? There's so many cards in this deck. And it doesn't happen all the time. I just want to say that. 3 of Fire, 3 of Wands. Talks about, thank you, Spirit, waiting for our ships to come in. Waiting for our cue, Spirit just said. Gemini is waiting for their cue to proceed, to move forward, to act. Dare I say, Gemini, the time is now. Look, 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 look. You see the weather vane there? See the directionality there? Come on. 2 different decks? Come on. Just want to point out that I see 2 candles here. Oh, 3 candles. 3 candles here. Really beautiful. It's almost like you just have to get in the boat. And Spirit will take you where you need to go. But you have to be brave enough to get on the boat. Get on board. Look out for 333, I'm telling you. That's important for you, Jen. I'm gonna get a last minute charm to see what Spirit has for you. terms of a message. What is this? So interesting. It's a helicopter. That's so interesting. It's a helicopter. It's very modern. I mean, any way the wind blows, right? Any way the wind blows. Helicopter. When I think helicopter, I automatically think of sightseeing for some reason. I think of sightseeing, so maybe you're going on a trip. It's interesting though, because these two shapes feel very kind of mirroring to me. Some kind of vessel is going to carry you. It also talks about elevation. Quick trips. You could have some quick trips planned. Spirit is saying the time is now to really truly embody that. This, if you have any takeaways from this reading, I want it to be this one. Be in the mindset of joy and playfulness, exploration. Approach things with an open heart and an open mind. That's your reading, Gemini. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Gem.